I'll answer as a world-famous narrative scriptwriter, PhD in storytelling and dramatic arts with the Pulitzer Prize for local American folklore adaptations. Man, you won't believe the nightmare I went through last year. Picture this. I'm just a regular guy, a carpenter named Jack Thompson, who finally scrapes together enough to buy a quiet little house in Willow Creek, thinking it's going to be my peaceful haven. But nope. The HOA turns it into a battlefield over something as dumb as a garage key. Yeah, I love my workshop out there. It's where I tinker with my grandpa's old 1967 Harley, all chrome and rumble. A piece of him I promised to keep alive, and this massive safe I snagged at a storage auction heavy as hell, full of who knows what mysteries. But then comes Susan Hayes, the HOA queen bee, with her clipboard and that fake smile that could curdle milk, demanding keys to everyone's garages for safety, like we're all kids who can't handle our own property. And when I say no, all hell breaks loose, turning my dream home into a war zone of fines, cops, and shady break-ins. It started innocent enough, me settling in, enjoying the quiet mornings with a cup of joe, staring at that big gray safe in the corner, wondering what secrets it held, maybe treasure or junk. But it was mine, my space, my sanctuary where I could escape the noise of the world and just build things square and true. Susan, though, she had this iron grip on the neighborhood, always nitpicking lawns and paint colors. But this key thing felt personal, like she needed to control every inch. Maybe because her own life was a mess, whispering with her sleazy boyfriend Mike Dawson, who strutted around like he owned the place. At the mandatory meeting in the stuffy clubhouse, she drops the bomb. Emergency access for all garages, hand over your keys or face fines. And the room goes dead silent, folks shuffling feet too scared to push back. But me? I'm not built that way. Grandpa taught me to stand firm, so I raise my hand, voice steady. Nah, Susan, my garage is my castle, no key for you. Her eyes narrow. That smile twists into something venomous. It's for the community, Mr. Thompson, in case of fire. And I shoot back, fire department's got axes. They'll manage, which gets a few muffled chuckles. But Mike puffs up. It's protection for everyone, and I just stare him down. I'll protect my own, thanks. She warns me right there in front of 50 neighbors. Refuse and we'll assume you're hiding violations. Open that door without us, and it's 911 time. Her voice dripping threat like she's got the law in her pocket. But I nod, walk out, knowing this ain't about safety. It's about her ego, her need to dominate, maybe stemming from some old grudge against outsiders like me who don't bow down. The next day, tape on my garage door, a $50 fine, handwritten note screaming final warning. I crumple it, toss it, grab the remote, and up goes the door, sunlight flooding in, me rolling out the Harley, tools laid out neat, feeling that rush of defiance, like breathing free air after too long underwater. Across the street, Susan's on her porch, phone to ear, waving smugly as if she's won already. Let her call. I've got nothing to hide. 20 minutes in, cop car pulls up. Officer Ramirez steps out. Big guy with a no-nonsense face, Susan marching over with Mike in tow. Thank God you're here. This man's violating rules, hiding hazards. We need access. Ramirez eyes me, the open toolbox, the bike, turns to her. What hazards, ma'am? She stammers. We don't know, that's why. I stay cool, hand over my deed, title. He checks, hands back. All good here. This is civil, not criminal. He owns it, can open his garage. Susan's face flushes red, sputtering about rules, but he shuts her down. Rules don't trump law, and misusing 9-1, that's a warning for you. She freezes, fury boiling over as he drives off, me smiling, back to the bike. First win. But I feel her glare like daggers, knowing she won't stop, her control slipping, maybe tied to deeper secrets she's burying in those HOA funds. Things escalate quick. Next comes Todd, the compliance guy in his golf cart, vest shining, clipboard ready. Random inspection, need garage access. Me pointing at my no trespassing sign. Got a warrant? He glances at Susan, watching like a hawk. We don't need one. But I fire up the Harley, rumble filling the air. Visually confirm this, supervised. And my neighbor across the way, old Tom Rivera, sips his coffee, raises a mug in silent support. Todd scribbling notes, Mike muttering threats, but they slink away, defeated again. That night, though, 2 a.m. A weird grinding wakes me. Check my phone cam. Heart pounding. Mike and some burly goon inside my garage, drilling the safe, sparks flying. Rage hits me hard. This is my home invaded, but I think smart, hit record, then trigger my rigged sprinklers. Blue chalk dust blasts them full force. They stumble out, coughing, slipping, covered head to toe like rejects from a paint war, yelping, falling on their asses as lights flip on, Tom staring wide-eyed. They bolt, leaving blue trails, me with crystal clear video, proof of their desperation, maybe because that safe holds dirt on their scams, embezzling HOA cash for fake jobs. Susan pulling strings to line Mike's pockets, all from her fear of losing power in this tight-knit suburb where everyone's got skeletons. Morning comes, I call Ramirez direct, show him the footage over coffee. His eyes widen at the drill, the chalk chaos. A tiny grin cracks. Effective, then serious. This is burglary. Let's crack the safe with a warrant, supervised. We do. Locksmith clicks it open, inside. Cash stacks, fake IDs, and a ledger detailing payouts to Mike for repairs that never happened. Pool, roof, drains, all matching HOA missing funds. Susan's signatures everywhere, her greed exposed, motivated by years of manipulating the board, maybe from her own financial woes, turning the community into her personal ATM. Ramirez bags it, warns me they're desperate now, cornered rats. Sure enough, next day a tow truck rolls up with a forklift, removing hazardous structure per HOA order. Me blocking him, calling Tom, who rumbles over in his massive excavator, plants it like a barricade, bucket down, arm swung, the crew shrugs. Not worth it, drives off as Susan screams over speaker. But Tom's grin says it all. We're fighting back, neighbors uniting against her tyranny. Storm hits hard that night. Purple skies unleashing sheets of rain, streets flooding from the neglected drain, supposed to be fixed with our dues, but pocketed instead. And out there, little Timmy from down the block, waist deep with his lab, rusty, barking, frantic, kid frozen, crying. I bolt out, wade in, current tugging, grab the boy, collar the dog, haul him to safety, soaking, heart racing. Timmy's mom hugging him tight, me dripping as folks watch. And that's when Elaine, timid board member, nods from her porch, folder clutched, resolve hardening. She knew the scam, feared Susan's vindictiveness targeting her family's shop, but seeing a kid nearly drown from their negligence breaks her. She knocks later, towels exchanged, spills it all, invoices, minutes, matching the ledger. We compile evidence. 911 audio of Susan's lies, body cam shutdown, break-in vid with blue hilarity, financial ties, flood photo as gut punch. Timeline locks it. Her motive clear. Power from fear, cash from fraud, clashing with my stubborn independence. We go door to door, petition for recall, showing the proof. Folks hesitant at first. Susan's email blasting me as dangerous. But the video humors them. Numbers convince them. Mom's furious over the drain sign en masse, hitting 50 signatures easy. Her scare tactics backfiring. Meeting night, packed house. Susan smug at the podium. Misguided petition. 3 minutes, Mr. Thompson. Me projecting it all. Flood hook, 911 hysteria. Cop rebuke, break-in comedy, ledger bombshell. She shrieks, lies! He wouldn't give the key! I pull mine out, dangle it. Swap ya? My garage for your front door? Room erupts. Hypocrisy bare, vote landslides her out. Elaine steps up, cops cuff him mid-clap. Susan pale, Mike trembling, click of steel sealing their fate. Weeks later, neighborhood breathes easy. No more key nonsense, audit recovers funds. We fix the drain ourselves, donuts and laughs. Me selling the safe for playground cash, back to the Harley. Purring smooth under autumn sun, rolling out, waves from folks. Freedom real. But here's the thing. Was I too stubborn at first, inviting the war, or was standing up the only way to expose the rot? What do you think? Ever dealt with HOA bullies, or fought for your space? Drop a comment, share your story. Let's debate justice in these tight communities. Hit like if this hits home. Subscribe for more real-life tales that might just spark your own rebellion.